Welcome to Commanders Daily, everybody. This is your one-stop shop for everything going on with the Local 53. I'm Bob Matthews. Don't forget, hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss an episode. We have finally made it to minicamp week. Commanders' mandatory minicamp starts tomorrow, Tuesday, out in Ashburn. We'll hear from Dan Quinn around lunchtime. They'll practice in the afternoon. Got a couple of days of this, and then that's it until training camp starts. So this is the last real time that the coaches and players are going to be able to get together with, let's just say, not too much at stake. You know, if they could strictly focus on working in all of this. Once camp starts, you've got about 10 practices before you're technically starting a game plan really for the entire year. I mean, once that first preseason game's there, there's still coaching that you do and there's still evaluating that you do, but it's so much into, building a game plan for the guys that are going to play in those preseason games. So it's a really, really important time. We've got some things we're going to look at that we're going to keep our eye on, and there are going to be quite a few position battles as well that are going to start to take shape now in the OTAs. I'm going to be interested, like we were with the OTAs. I'm sorry, the mini camp. Like in the OTAs, I'm really interested to see what the offensive lineman rotation is going to be. The rotation both on the O-line and the D-line, and see how that is starting to take shape. All right, as we take a look at that, and again, that will kind of dominate the headlines tomorrow. Want to talk about one of the stories that kind of started to get a little traction over the weekend, and I want to tell you, absolutely not to worry about it. What have we said here for the last couple of months? So once we get into May and now June, what is this? This is the chattering class season, all right? This is the time when everybody starts to try to come up with and produce some content that is going to get some clicks. None of it almost has any basis in fact, and I don't think this does either. You can see it right there. I say, don't worry about Scary Terry's contract. Don't worry about Terry McLaurin's contract. I know there was a story that dropped over the weekend that, and again, the headline on it, Commanders may trade Terry McLaurin to Aaron Rodgers' Steelers. That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Okay, on paper, you might like the deal, but there's several reasons why this is going to happen. Chief among them, we're talking about Terry McLaurin here. Now, yes, he wants an extension on his contract, and guess what? Eventually, he's going to get an extension on his contract. That's going to happen. Whether he's at minicamp this week or not, they'll get that extension done. So let's, number one, go with that. Now, I get it. And again, people are trying to produce content right now, and once one person put it out there, everybody else picked it up. There has not been any credible talk. There hasn't been any credible rumors that they're even thinking about this. This was literally just somebody with a hot take saying, hey, how about if the Commanders trade Terry McLaurin for the Steelers, who have lost some receivers in the offseason, and give them, a first-round pick this year and a second or third or fifth-round pick in 2027? Okay, that's fine. But it's not going to happen. Number one, I don't know that the Steelers aren't going to give up a first-round pick for a 30-year-old wide receiver, even one as good as Terry McLaurin. And again, McLaurin will get a deal done. The Commanders want him there. He wants to be there. He's been through the lean years, and now he wants to enjoy some of the success that the team is experiencing now. So, yeah, it's not going to happen, okay? Just don't worry about it. Terry McLaurin will be in a Commander's uniform on opening day, and he will be in a Commander's uniform next year, the year after, and the year after that as well. One of the things, we were talking about minicamp a few minutes ago, so here are some names to keep an eye on at minicamp. Number one is Trey Amos and Tyler Owens. Now, we have talked about Trey Amos before, but he's getting a lot of smoke from a lot of the coaches when the guys on the beat talk about him. Remember, as a coach, you don't have to say anything about anybody. But if you listen to a lot of what you hear about Amos, you got to be encouraged by it. Tommy Donatel Tommy Donatel, the defensive backs coach, says that was quoted as saying that Amos is a lot like Mike Sanderstill last year, that he feels like a second or third or fourth year player. Well, that is a very, very good thing. Again, coaches don't hand out compliments like that, but if that's what they're saying now, then you got to think that when the season starts, they're expecting Trey Amos to really pick things up quick and be a major contributor here his rookie year. Another guy I want you to keep an eye on once minicamp starts is Tyler Owens. Now, he was an undrafted free agent out of Texas Tech last season, played mostly on special teams, but he is starting, again, Donatel had a lot of really nice things to say about him, saying that, he's put in a lot of the extra work, he knows how to play multiple positions, and if his football IQ catches up to the physical gifts that he's got, he is going to be dangerous. Now, that's good because of the third guy that I want you to watch out for, and that is Will Harris, the veteran safety that they signed to replace Jeremy Chin. I was a little surprised, honestly, at this offseason when they let Jeremy Chin get away, when they let him walk. But apparently, the front office feels like they either had enough talent in the building, and that Will Harris can be enough of a replacement combined with some other guys there that they can kind of, remember Moneyball, Billy Bean said we want to try to recreate Giambi in the aggregate. Well, that's kind of what they'll try to do with Jeremy Chin. They'll try to recreate him in the aggregate, and they think that by having the development of a guy like Tyler Owens and even a guy like Trey Amos develop, again, if you can make, you can kind of see the flow here. Okay, if we're going to give up a guy like Jeremy Chin to retain some cap flexibility, we think we can do that because we think Trey Amos can come in, give the defensive backs a boost. That's going to make the safeties better. And between Harris and maybe somebody like Tyler Owens, we're not going to lose that much at safety. Will it work? We don't know, but so far, Adam Peters and Lance Newmark and those guys in the front office have pushed all the right buttons, so we can definitely give them the benefit of the doubt and say, if they think they're onto something, let's go ahead and roll with it. Finally, we always like to try and close it out when we can with viewer mail, and I just wanted to holler back at a few of you guys out there and just say thanks. Thank you for helping us build this channel. We're on our way to almost 1,000 subscribers in less than 2 months, which is absolutely fantastic. And I really appreciate you guys leaving the comments that you do in the comment sections. If you ever have anything that you want to bring up, please put it down there. But I want to shout out AJSTP0003, at JTMagXX, at Redskins17084, at Curlyhead T04070407, at Carl Rosman-EM7UX. Thanks, guys, for all the nice comments. Oh yeah, at Stealth-42 as well, and at JS31Pilot. So thank y'all for those comments. I really do appreciate it. And it shows me that what we're doing here, we're doing the right thing here. We're always going to give it to you straight. I'm always going to let you know what I think, and I'll give you the benefit of my experience being a guy that's covered the beat and that's been in there in the trenches and in the locker rooms after games and stuff and talking to these guys, and let you know how it works so that you can cut through the bull online and know as much as we can, the straight scoop of what's going on. So we will be back tomorrow with another edition. We will be looking at what everybody has said after day one of minicamp. We'll let you know if Terry's there and update you on absolutely everything. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And remember, like the wise man once said, if you're out on your bike tonight, as always, do wear white.